Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Tony Fair from Teflon Media, and I'm back with a new video, and I want to discuss with you guys my experience over the last 6 months in owning the Can-Am Ryker 900 Sport. But before we get into the video, I want to show you guys a cinematic clip that I created using my Canon R5 and my Sigma 18 to 35mm lens. Let's go! I hope you guys enjoyed that clip, but now let's get into today's conversation, and that is, what was my experience over the last 6 months in owning the Can-Am Ryker? All right, so I wanted to break this down into about 5 points. Point number one, let's get this boring stuff out the way. Let's talk about safety. Is the Can-Am Ryker a safe motorcycle? Yes. The Can-Am Ryker is probably one of the most safe motorcycles I've ridden and forever. And the reason being is, the bike is, for one, it has 3 wheels. You know what I mean? It has a wide footprint, and it's almost impossible to flip the thing. The only way you're gonna really flip the Can-Am Ryker is if you're like literally coming out of a burnout and yanking the wheel like one direction while gassing all the way to the floor, or you know, you're throttling all the way full throttle. So if you do something like that, it's a possibility, and maybe you hit a pothole while you're doing it. You know what I mean? And you may flip the thing, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you're not really gonna flip the bike over. I saw a video with a guy taking the Can-Am Ryker on a skateboard through a skateboard park, and yeah, that was dumb. You know what I mean? But if you're not doing crazy stuff like that, yeah, you're not gonna have a hard time riding a bike, and you're not gonna flip it. Like I said, it has a wide footprint. So when you're on the interstate, you know, you can ride in the center if you like. For me, I like to ride the shoulder. So if I'm in the left lane, I'm gonna ride a little over to the left. If I'm in the right, I'm gonna ride a little over to the right. And that's just me, because I like to stay safe. I don't want no cars around me, and if a car's next to me, I want to be as far away from that car as possible. Braking is excellent. I mean, I've had to slam on brakes before. One time I was at a stop sign, and it was a 3-way stop sign. It was like basically a dead end. Stop sign here, stop sign here. I'm making a left, and as I'm turning, a car just flies through the stop sign. And so I literally had to slam on brakes, and I stopped like on a dime. So that was probably the scariest event that I ever had when it comes to riding this Ryker. All right, let's get into like the fun factor. Is the Ryker fun? Yes, the Ryker is very fun. You probably wouldn't even be watching this video if you weren't interested in the Ryker because of the fact that it looks so fun. The Ryker is extremely fun, and the reason why is because you don't really have to think so much when riding it. That's one reason. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to change gears. It has a ton of, like, it's fast. It has a ton of torque. You can do burnouts. You can take it off road. You can ride it on the interstate. You can take it across country if you want to. You can modify it. It turns heads. You look like Batman when you're riding it, or you look like Catwoman when you're riding it. It's crazy. I mean, it's very, very fun. I've had so many compliments when riding it. Every time I ride it, everybody's looking or asking me what it is, or where did I get it from, or what type of bike is it. So it's extremely fun, man. I would ride it every day if I could, but I really can't ride it every day, so I'm not. You know what I mean? But that's just because I have a job. I have this filming business where I have to take equipment with me. So if I could take the equipment with me, sometimes, like when I film just me with the Ryker, I literally attach stuff to the bike so I can, like my equipment, and I take a backpack with my camera in it, and I ride it like that. But for the most part, if I could ride it every day, I would. Let's talk about speed and torque. Is this bike fast? Hell yeah. And the reason why I say it's so fast, man, because that 0 to 60, you get there like boom, you at 60 just like that. But the fun thing is when you go from 60 to 100, you still have pickup. It still flies to 100. You know what I mean? When I was on the interstate, I was like, man, let me just see, what this bike really can do. And when I got to like 90 and it was still pulling, I was like, damn, can it go 120? You know what I mean? So it has plenty of speed, plenty of torque. You don't have no problem getting around other vehicles. So you don't even think about it, bro. You can get around vehicles quickly and get out the way instantly and brake, you know what I mean, without no problem. So you won't have no problem with torque or speed. All right, and then finally, I want to talk about, no, this is not final. I got 2 other points. But I want to talk about my experience. No, let's talk about who should own the Can-Am Ryker. I thought about this a lot, and I was like, I didn't want to make it corny by saying this is for older people or just girls or whatever, or people that are afraid to ride. But all that does count, but that's not the reason why a person should own this bike. Number one, I would say, not number one, but one, I would say this bike is for people or a person that don't take this the wrong way. The Ryker is not a bike or training wheels to get to a 2-wheel bike, no. But if you want to go ahead and start riding now without having to worry about learning, the ins and outs of like using a clutch and things like that while being on 2 wheels, get a Ryker. Because you pull out the lot from buying it and you're riding. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. And then you can get all the wind and all the fun and all the excitement that you get from motorcycling, you get it from the Can-Am Ryker. Another potential person that should consider the Ryker would be ladies, girls, women. You know what I mean? And it's because same thing. It's fun and it's easy to ride. It's safe. You know what I mean? If you want to go ahead and get started now, that's a perfect option. You can customize it and do whatever you want to. I seen one girl, she had her bike was pink. She had a pink helmet with a ponytail coming off the top of her helmet. It looked dope, you know what I mean? It's just, you can do so much with it, you know what I mean? And then finally, if you are older or maybe had an accident or maybe in a wheelchair, but you can still drive cars and things like that, but you want to get that thrill and you want to have, get that win and just be able to get out and get on the road and just have fun. Another option you should consider is the Can-Am Ryker. So lastly, let's talk about my experience. Over the last 6 months, it's been amazing. I got all my friends wanting to get Rykers now. I did a ride out July the 4th weekend. That was so dope. That was my first time actually riding with over like 100 bikes. And we demanded the road, you know what I mean? Like everybody was watching. It was so crazy. Like, I can't explain. You have to ride to be a rider to know what I, you know, for me to be able to describe, or for you to be able to feel what I'm talking about, because it's just, you can't. The only time I ever had this feeling is when riding a motorcycle. Like, I don't know no other way other than maybe a roller coaster, but you still don't get it because it's different when you're on the streets, you know what I mean? Or maybe like a jet ski, man. Nah, motorcycle, that's the only way you're gonna get this feeling that I'm trying to describe. But anyway, it's just fun, you know, being on the road with a group of people and y'all just like literally just demanding the road and just flying up and down the streets. But we rode through downtown Atlanta, went to Buckhead, and we went to the east side of Atlanta. And, you know, we started about 3 o'clock, and by the time we got to the east side, it was dark. So that brings me to another point. When you guys are going on these ride outs, be cautious and be aware of your surroundings when you're riding in a group, because people that you don't know, people have their own different riding habits. You just want to be safe. And then for two, when you going on these ride outs and they last all day and until the night, and a lot of times they end at bars and places where they have huge parking lots, and people go and drink and have fun and party, you end up gonna leave by yourself if you came along. So you got to take that in consideration. Make sure that you know that you riding home by yourself. So be safe and make sure you're hydrating too. That's another big thing when you're riding on these hot days and you're with groups of people. Like, you gotta be hydrated out there. Your ass gonna pass out. What else? I went to Macon a few times. That was fun. Like I said, I haven't modified it yet, but that is on the way. I wanted to ride it for a little bit this year. I wanted to ride it as much as I could this year, and then next year, well, this winter, I was gonna do my modifications. But yeah, man, like, so far so good. I'm happy with my buy. I don't have buyer's remorse. I really enjoy this bike. I mean, it's definitely fun to have, and it's a good talking piece, you know what I mean, too, because people always approach me and ask me about it. And I love being able to take pictures of it and do my videography and include the Ryker in some of the videos, and just being able to kind of communicate to you guys, man, on my experience. So if some of you guys are on the fence and don't know if you want to get into the Ryker, maybe this video will push you to it. Somebody please add Can-Am and let them know, like, I just created that dope video that looked like something out of the jungle, you know what I mean? So tell them, hey, they owe me something for that. Now I'm just playing. But anyway, it's your boy Tony Fair from Teflon Media. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm here to create dope content for you guys. I'm here to teach you guys that want to learn how to do filmmaking. I can show you guys some tricks and stuff like that. Just let me know. And yeah, y'all have a good day, man. I'm finna go to the gym and start my day, and I'm out.